If you remove all the extra models and terminology from the chart, very often the entire trading day comes down to just a few key candles. Understanding how to work with those candles, where scenarios form inside them, and which rules must never be broken, can already make your trading significantly more stable and profitable. As many of you have probably guessed, we're going to talk about Candle Range Theory, CRT. About a year ago, I already covered the basic idea of this theory in a separate video on the channel. You can find the link to it in the top right corner. In that video, I explain the foundation, what a candle range is, and how you can work with it. Today I want to show a more detailed and advanced approach to CRT. I'll break down how I use this theory in real trading, how I connect a candle's range with liquidity, context, and the direction of the day, how I build trading plans, and where entry points appear within this structure. And so you immediately understand why CRT is needed at all. Let's simplify the core smart money logic as much as possible. At its foundation, the algorithm is always the same. Find a key liquidity pool, wait for it to be taken, observe the reaction to that liquidity sweep, and only then look for an entry. Candle range theory allows you to pinpoint this moment on the chart with much more clarity. It focuses on two key candles. The first candle is the impulse that drives price toward liquidity. The second candle is where the actual liquidity sweep happens. What matters most is that no trade exists for me while these two candles are still forming. Until the second candle has fully closed, there is no confirmed scenario. I wait specifically for the close of that second candle. Its shape tells me whether the liquidity was truly taken or not. For it to qualify as a reaction, the second candle must sweep the liquidity, leave a wick in the direction of that liquidity pool, and close its body in the opposite direction of the first candle. So the logic is simple. The first candle pushes price into liquidity, and the second candle takes that liquidity and shows rejection of continuing in the same direction. If the second candle closes in the same direction as the first one, without a clear rejection and without the body shifting direction, I don't consider that a valid reaction. For me, that means the liquidity hasn't been fully processed yet. The scenario is not complete, and the market can still continue moving toward the next liquidity pool. Only when there is an impulse, a liquidity sweep, and a clear rejection in the second candle can I say that the scenario is complete. The liquidity has been delivered, and only then does it make sense to start looking for an entry within the CRT framework. Now let's move on to how I apply CRT logic in my trading. As always, I'll explain it not in theory, but through real trades on different instruments, so you can better understand how I analyze the chart and find entries using CRT. Let's start with the first trade on the DAX Index. On the chart, we have an impulsive candle from the previous day. I mark its high as the CRT high and its low as the CRT low. Since this candle belongs to the previous day, the CRT low also represents the previous day's low, which serves as a potential liquidity target. When I open the chart the next day, I can already see that the Asian session has taken the liquidity of that first candle. In other words, it swept the previous day's low. That means the second candle has already shown that a true manipulation occurred during the Asian session. Liquidity has been taken, and there is a reaction. Once I've identified that the true liquidity sweep happened during Asia, my plan for the day becomes clear. I will look for a trade within the third candle, targeting the liquidity at the CRT high, the opposite boundary of the first candle's range. I always look for the trade within the third candle in the area of interest that formed after the liquidity was taken. In this example, when the third candle opens on the hourly time frame, a fair value gap forms. I mark this FVG as the area of interest and switch to the M5 chart to observe the reaction to this zone in more detail. Once the price reacts to the marked FVG, I open the trade. The stop goes just beyond the area of interest on the hourly chart, and the take profit is placed at the CRT high, the opposite boundary of the first candle's range. The key point here is understanding the essence of CRT. The first two candles in CRT are not just information, they show the logic of what the market has already done and how the sessions have played out within the day. In our example, the Asian session was the one where the manipulation actually occurred. It swept the PDL and generated a reaction. The CRT logic in the two-candle format simply records this on the chart, giving me confirmation that from the third candle onward, I can build the scenario with a target at the opposite boundary of the range. Now let's look at a situation on the Euro-USD. In this case, the first candle in CRT logic for me was the London session. The entire range of this 8-hour candle represented the move toward a key liquidity pool. Within London itself, the price takes the important liquidity and gives a reaction, meaning part of the scenario is already executed within the first candle. Then New York opens, which potentially becomes the second CRT candle. On the chart, you can see that at the opening of this second candle, New York sweeps the liquidity created by the London session of the first CRT candle, tests the area of interest in the form of a fair value gap, and gives a reaction. Here is the crucial point. The second candle fully executes the logic that normally would be handled by the third candle. In other words, the New York session does not just show manipulation. It actually completes the CRT scenario by taking out the first candle's liquidity and moving price further, leaving no chance for a structural entry. I show this example specifically so you can see that sometimes the second candle both demonstrates the true manipulation and simultaneously closes the CRT scenario, leaving no viable entry for a third candle. In such cases, the correct decision is not to force a trade, but to accept that the market has executed the scenario without you and simply move on to the next day or the next instrument. For those trading crypto, the CRT logic works exactly the same way. There's still the impulse, the liquidity sweep, and the reaction from the area of interest. The only difference is that it doesn't follow strict session boundaries, and volatility can be higher and more aggressive. That's why it's especially important that your trading platform doesn't get in the way of executing your system efficiently. In this video, I wanted to show you Candle Range Theory not as a pretty pattern, but as a tool that allows you to read the logic of the day through the first two candles and build the entire scenario around the third. To simplify, CRT immediately answers several questions. Who drove the price toward liquidity? Where the manipulation actually occurred? In which zone of interest the big player showed up? And where it makes sense to move the price next? The first candle sets the direction and target. The second removes liquidity and shows the manipulation. And the third simply executes the scenario. Your task is not to fight the market, but to enter this scenario on your own terms. It's important to remember, CRT does not override context. Sessions, working with liquidity, and key pools remain important. If there's no clear pool, if the second candle doesn't give a clear reaction, or if the scenario has already fully played out in the first two candles, it's better to skip the day than to try to enter the market at any cost. The winner isn't the one who sees more patterns, but the one who only participates in trades where the logic truly works in their favor. If this video helped you see CRT in a new way and understand what the first two candles are doing during the day, support it with a like. And if you want me to go over other elements of smart money or show more CRT examples on different instruments, write about it in the comments.